Hello, fellow architects and faithful followers to the stream. Hello, Robert. Oh man, it's really great to see you here so early. Hopefully everything's well with you. So what this is a sort of a do-over of the run that I did back in the fall. Unfortunately, the video got corrupted. Or not corrupted, it got lost. And now the series isn't complete. So I've done the Pyromancy run X1 through 6 and X8. X7 still is now missing. So what I figured I'd do is I would just play through it again. And how you doing, Robert? Thank you for coming. We're gonna be skipping all the cutscenes and stuff like we usually do in these kinds of runs. It's still gonna be a slow game. This is kind of the way it's designed. We're starting a new game. So overall, I think that it's weird because I know that X7 is the worst of the series. Like from a gameplay perspective, it's the worst of the series. But you know what? How you doing today? I'm doing great. I went to church, took a nap in the afternoon, and I was meaning to stream this weekend, so I'm glad I got a chance to. What are you up to? You just tank all this, really. So one thing, the note for me, after playing through X6 again, X6 is a very, you know, it's a better designed game overall than X7, but I still think it's actually less fun to play. Just cleaning the house a bit and about to go hang out with the wife for a bit. Oh, cool, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. And I saw that heart on Discord as well. Thank you. It was bad timing because like as soon as I started streaming, Chula started streaming as well. So I'm gonna probably throw him a follow or throw him a lurk. Maybe I don't know, but I didn't want to miss his stream, but I hadn't streamed yet this weekend, so. Supposed to be teaching you about the targeting system in the game, which is not fully formed, but yeah, this is called Megaman X7, but yeah, a lot of us stream at similar times. Yeah, I should stream earlier, maybe next time. For some reason, you can't skip this cutscene. You just have to mash, and dialogue does not actually progress faster when you mash. Like. Usually when a text box begins to form, you just get to the end of the sentence and then skip it, right? But not here. It's actually a very slow game because of that. A lot of dialogue and stuff to skip. That's also why, not a lot of dialogue, but it's slow dialogue. And it's actually why it's probably best to play this game over again on New Game Plus. Because nothing really changes except that you can play through the game again. Maybe you can, I mean, maybe it's the weapons that you get, right? It's just such a hassle to match through all the dialogue. So in the 2D sections, it kind of works a little bit, right? You're feeling it. It's when the 3D sections happen that really gets messed up. That's the best way to do that. The game wants you to be on the other side of him, but you can just duck underneath him. Most of the encounters in the game aren't super well thought out, and that's very apparent in the 3D sections. And there's a few really strong examples of that coming up, but Well, that's one thing. I mean, okay, figured that out. And then you go down here, and then it turns to 3D, right? Yeah. So here's 3D. Now, there are certain 3D areas where you can control the camera, and other areas where you can't control the camera. And sometimes that can be a problem, but if you look at here, like, you can just... The game is not designed for 3D in mind, so, like, you can just run past all this stuff. And because, you know, it's not an RPG system in the game, there's not really any reason to fight them. So I'm just standing here. You don't even... There's not actually a hitbox on that helicopter guy, so you just walk up to him, and he tries to shoot you, but he can't really. That's 2D again. It was a very strange experiment for the series. And yeah, I was saying, I think this game is more fun to play than X6. X6 has a lot of terrible platforming sections and lots of spikes. Whoever designed the levels in Mega Man X6 loves their spikes. It's instant death spikes.
What's going on?
What's going on? Oops. I almost got the the number wrong. Like, you can't the spaces, right? It's like three holes, and then the fencing happens.
Okay, I'll tell you everything, but later. Right now, I have to take care of that freak.
Oh, so I was also saying that Mega Man is... This is called Mega Man X7, but it's really Axel X7.
Call me if you need a hand.
Because Axel is by far the better way to play this game. So don't play as Zero. Zero is just worse in every way.
Well, this has become a real pain.
In my opinion.
When this is all over.
Being able to auto-fire your shots. He also has a hover, which Zero doesn't have. And then he also has an iframe dodge roll. Right here. It's also way better than playing as X. Yeah. Either way, in order to play as X, which you figure you'd be able to do right off the bat, you have to save 64 Reploids. And Reploids are little guys you find on the stages. They can only be saved once. And why is the default on no? Like, you only tended to be saved once, and if they get killed by enemy, they just disappear forever. And you wanna save them because they give you chip parts and upgrades and things. And of course, the upgrade system in this game is also not as fleshed out as X6 and X5. Though it is simpler, it is less complex and interesting. Meaning, again, they never quite got the upgrade system quite right in these games. But I think X6 had a good idea where you could equip parts individually and stuff like that. X5 had a weird upgrade system where you had to fight bosses in a certain order to find the right chips and things. Bit of a headache. I think it's a good idea. It was a good idea to have the chip parts, but here it's just like you get an upgrade. You acquire an upgrade. It doesn't matter. Like, saving a Reploid gives you an upgrade point, and you can spend the upgrade point on 3 different trees. I say 3 trees, but really they're 3 sticks. You just go up each of them, and really there's no thought to doing it any which way or the other. Also, how long is this taking to get through? Right? You have 8 stages to collect. Yeah. And you have to. This is the maximum speed for the dialogue. So let's go over here and. Select an area with up or down on the D-pad. In case you haven't played a video game before. Alright, so, stage 1. Obviously, Pyromancy run. We gotta get the weapon as soon as possible. But we have to mash through choosing teams, which is like you got 2 people. Also, again, there's only 2 people to choose from, so, hey, to form a team, highlight a character, which is what I just did, and it stopped me. Then Axel. Then you gotta tell you to change the character. 0. Okay. So weird. Yeah, starting with Flame Hindyard, I know a trick to kill him without taking a hit. He has really easy to manipulate AI. Well, I'll show you. Now I noticed I was watching some people play through the game a while ago, streaming it and stuff, right? And you know, people aren't fond of this game. But I don't think it's that hard of a game. So it was interesting to see how people were struggling with parts of the game. Like this next part. Okay. Coming up. Sit there for like an hour, but yeah, I just think the game is that difficult, which is not a bad thing. Even with the restriction like I'm doing. You can shoot him, or you can just iframe him around them. Oh, I missed the iframe there, but see, the problem with the Reploid system is like saving the Reploids means you're rushing through the level. You're not like actually enjoying yourself in the stage. Rushing through everything, and I like to take my time through the stage. Oh shoot! Ah, Leon always dies. Oops. Well, now that they're dead, I can take my time a little more. Because when you only have one chance to save a Reploid, you have to rush through the stage so you don't get killed by something. And even though you usually get enough Reploids saved to max out your character before you even get to the Sigma stages, even before then, it still just feels weird to feels weird to just have to rush through, because like I feel like it compels you to rush through the game, right? And yes, the walking speed is way too slow. That's why I dash jump everywhere. Dash jumping is just the better way to do this. Especially in 3 sections. The 3 sections, your walk is like just molasses. Oh, bye. Usually save him. It's too close to the dragon guy. I mean, I'm all for stages that are combat focused. A little bit of platforming, fine.
Can you hear me, Axel?
So here's a stage where you can move the camera. You have to use the shoulder buttons. This is an older game, so no R3 controls. get that upgrade just to stop getting knocked prone. You can say, you might think, okay, well, this guy's blocking the bridge, right? But if you're Axel, you can just... Oh, that's fine. I'm staying back here because I know that there's a guy over there, Paul, or Floyd over there, and I go up too close to him. Mitar will spawn behind him and shoot him. That gets most people. Also, it's so convenient to be able to just hold the button down as Axel. Oh, that has a bigger hitbox than I remember. But yes, the guy I was watching stream this, you know, he's a Megaman streamer, and he was getting stuck pretty good on this stage. He was like here for about an hour, like on this part, this section. And I don't think this area is terribly difficult. Just dash jump everywhere. Which, I mean, if you play Mega Man X enough, you know that dash jumping is like the thing you do all the time. I think, which to me makes it a lot easier. Oh, get him! Also, a lot of the things that are hidden are in the most Mega Man games, just kind of sitting out in the open. Very odd. Oh! Right, okay. And all this by the way is like mostly an auto lock. I'm not actually locking onto them. Happens. Again, there's a guy behind them. Go. There you go. Like that's the stage. I don't think it's that difficult of a thing. Can't have some wonky bits and pieces there. Can't skip this. Wait, this is Flame Hineyard, who is the meme maker of this game. Like, there's some memes in this game. There's a lot of memes in this game, but nothing beats Flame Hineyard.
The pain will stop. Don't worry, I have just the cure.
All right, but he's really simple. Well, don't fight him here. He's just a lot of health. Too much health. There you go. Up the side right. And now you want to do is you want to run around like this. Get back to the other shoulder. Because when you're not on the shoulder, it'll encourage him to jump into the middle. If he does, he'll send his clones at you, and he'll just run around you, run in circles and try to hit you and stuff. Honestly, the only reason why you even need to move from this spot Because his fire does not, you can just jump over the fire, no problem. But the only reason you need to move to the spot is because of the missiles that the mechanoid shoots that we're standing on. The one we're standing on. But the clones don't even do anything to you. As long as he's over on the head. You want to make sure that you get to, you just touch the middle, just so he starts to jump into the middle, and then go back to the shoulder. Because if you do it a little too late, you'll get stuck in the middle there, and have to just get bounced around by them a lot. So most people don't fight him this way, but most people just think, oh well, he's kind of far away. Maybe I should getting closer to him, and make him get closer to me. Uh-oh. Oof, okay. But yes, you can probably guess at this point why this guy is a meme. When you sound design your game, you have to make sure that the voice line you give a character isn't repeated for every action. Especially when there are two other clones that are doing the same thing. Yeah, this is the whole fight. There are other things that he does, but why worry about it when you can just do this? And yes, iframes make it so you really can only get, 3 hits in him. You can get 1 or 2 like as you're running past. Okay, there's 1, there's 2, 3, there's 4. Yeah, so starting with Flame Hineyard is actually not a problem at all. Most people don't think that he's the first one you would go to, but yeah, I recommend him because he's not only is he really easy like this, but he also has a really strong weapon, and we'll be seeing obviously a lot of that of circle blades. It's the ability that he gives you. It's so good. It's got so much linger. Like when you shoot it, it stays in place and just continually does damage. It's very good. Want to do a quick little sneak around there? Oh, I was a little close. As soon as he stops flashing, so I'm gonna just do a quick turn the control stick up a little bit, and boom, another shot. You can basically time out. The iframes he has. Oh. Uh-oh! This is what happens if you get stuck in the middle. Try to get out, and they just damage you. Oh! What? Okay, normally what happens is, how's it going, Cody? Yeah, going well. Doing a run of Megaman X7. I have a whole series on the YouTube channel, but X7 got deleted or got lost when I tried to upload it. So I'm redoing it just so I have a complete series done on this channel. If you're not aware, do mostly RPGs and other sort of games with RPG elements. So I'm looking forward to playing Bloodstained in June 18th, or at least the week of June 18th. It's gonna be amazing. We're probably gonna do a few runs of that. Megaman X though is a childhood favorite of mine, so I've done a few runs of it. What I do is I do a lot of themed gimmick runs. So that's why one of my tags is challenge run / meme run, because not all the runs I do are necessarily challenges. They might end up being challenges. Like maybe an X4 Pyromancy run was insane. It was so hard. I recommend. I would love to see like actually like really skilled people play through maybe an X4 with just the Rising Fire, because that was incredibly difficult. like watching like speedrunners and such. Do it would be awesome. But yeah, so yeah, we play RPGs here. Me and my streaming partner Octo, and I do some solo streams. We're getting Divinity 2. Oh, Divinity 2 is great. Yeah, it's actually one of my game of the year. When sorry, Leon and Jim. I got both upgrade parts though, so whatever. Yeah, it's my game of the year for when it came out. I can't remember what year that was actually, but whatever. When I played it first was on the Xbox One, but I prefer the PC version because of the mods. There's so many good mods for Divinity 2. I've done a few runs of that, but not too many. I've done like my first run, which is a bit of a thing, but yeah, it's really good. I've installed a ton of mods on that game. I think I might have like 70 mods installed in that. Like, the game is beautiful. Like, it was good vanilla. Imagine it even better. Okay, so this whole process is actually going as fast as I can make it go. Like, the default here is no. So if you hit no, it just resets everything. This is what I was ranting to Octo about last KOTOR stream. Yes, the power speech is bad. Honestly, right there is a what do you call it? Like a skill tree, quote unquote. But really, there's nothing to really decide on. It's just go power, speed, special, and you're good. So after Flame Heineyard, after whoever I fight for the weapon that I need for the run, I usually go for Tornado Tunyon because his level is really easy and it's basically just free upgrades. Also, Tunyon is not that difficult, especially with Circle Blaze. One thing though, I just remembered that I forgot to do again. I just worked on it. I'll leave you in the background. Thank you for the lurk, man. Thank you, Cody, so much. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for the well wishes. What we're gonna do is, because of the nature of weapons in Mega Man, I usually do this where I apply cheat engine. So I'm gonna go an X there. Keep the current list of codes, and here's what I'm doing right now. Over X7 and get infinite ammo. Oh, what the? But I know who that was. Thank you, Cody, for the follow. Thank you so much. It's appreciated, really. It really encourages me to keep streaming when people are following and viewing and stuff like that. Even if it's just lurking, man, you're still welcome, and everyone's welcome. Okay, so I put on infinite ammo because, unfortunately, there's not really a good way to, as we saw from the the Mega Man X2 run of the Pyromancy playthrough, if you don't have infinite ammo, like my cheat engine didn't have infinite ammo for Mega Man X2, and it was just grindy because like I would use up all of the fire weapon, and then I would just have to stand outside the boss arena and grind for more energy, and it just didn't, yeah, no good. But there's the thing about this level that makes this level so good is just dang it. It's good early level just because of how much you can just go in a straight line and just save dudes. Oops. Yes, I can see the stage being very much a pain. If you're not dash jumping, it's very slow. And this boss also is not great because of how much RNG is involved. Whoops, should have gotten that a little earlier. Or a little later, it's fine. Only lost life, but I think it'd be okay. But this fight, you just have I tried to figure out some sort of AI trick to this, but there doesn't seem to be one. You just have to hope that he does what you want. But as you can see, the linger on this weapon is insane. So having an iframe jump or having an iframe roll is great for Axel. But look at that. That RNG. Only did it one time. Look at that. That was so much better than last time. Oh, man. Literally, when last time I fought that guy, he did the receding into the shells, like, blade thing, like, 10 times. Because you can't get him out of it once he's in it. And I was unable to discern any sort of trick to making him not do that. And again, we're seeing here, you're encouraged to rush through the stages because the Reploids are there to be saved, right? So if you don't save him, you don't really know when you first play the game who you should save, who you should worry about saving. You just end up rushing through stages, which is not great. I'm not a huge fan of rushing through stages. That's also why I'm not a speedrunner. I've played through certain games. Oh gosh! Actually, maybe I'll explain this while I'm because that just happened. So you will occasionally like miss your jump if like you're on the edge of a platform and you might think that you still kind of can jump, but really you actually will have your input eaten because of that. And yes, you have to go through this list every time, very slowly. Name them all. Name them all. As long as I'm happy, as long as I get both upgrade guys. There you go. That's Betty. Hello, Betty. Upgrades give you valuable chip parts. Or chip items. Did you know that? I'm gonna say it every time. Okay, shock absorber is the thing that I want. Getting that ASAP is best. Honestly, at this point, it doesn't really matter what you get. But like, I go for speed next. After I max out power. So like, the upgrade system in this game is really just bare bones and not really thought out. You might as well have just made a standard upgrade or leveling system where you know, you level up and then you just get a new thing without having to choose, like on a faux skill tree kind of thing. Okay. Also, shock absorber is good. Not only does it decrease damage by half, but I'm pretty sure, not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that it also makes it so you don't get whoops, get knocked down by things. Yes, I am allowing the usage of the dual pistols because that is a part of the quote-unquote build for Pyromancer in this game. But I'm not gonna use it too much. It's mostly gonna be circle blaze. Ah, tried to save it. The noise chosen for picking up the heart containers is very strange. It's so. Or also, I think the E-tanks as well. Sub-tanks, I should say. Where it makes a little sound. Oops. Just put up my OBS again. There you go. Well, a little. My mic's not picking me up when I do that. Whereas the Reploids, when you save them, they go whip, which is much better. Right? You can clearly hear you saving them. There's a lot of sound design issues in this game that if you QA it even for a little bit, you can tell what the issue is, right? There's just no time when they made the game. Pyromancy is super easy with Circle Blaze, especially. Again, because that linger. And yeah, you can move the camera freely in this fight. I think there's one other fight where you can do that. But you can see it destroys his little plates. So I think it's pretty cool how, even though it's not his weakness, Circle Blaze does well against him. And honestly, out of all of the games, this is one of the best damage charts in the series, which is insane because it's like one of the worst games. Oh no, you still knocked me down. Okay. Oh. Because I really hate going through the games again. X7 or all the X series, Megaman 2, Megaman Classic as well, where you get a new power, and getting new powers is cool, right? You want to use them, you want to play around with them, and then you get to the Sigma stages or the Wily stages, and everyone's immune to everything, which is really dumb, right? You sure resist it, right? But to just be immune to everything, but the one weakness I think is really dumb. And then it's like, why did you even get the power? You gave us me a new weapon, but then you made it so I couldn't really make any use of it. I'm not a fan of that. But in X7, I think there's pretty much no enemy, no boss that is immune to anything. Strong resistance, but not immune, and that's good enough for me. I think Mega Man X1 is probably the next best in the series for that. But the damage charts for X5 and X6 are so silly. Like, every boss is immune to everything once you get past the 8 Mavericks, and it's terrible. In my opinion. Again, moving on to the next area. I think Tunnel Base is good for the next one because again, it's. I usually save Central Circuit for last, even though I hate that level. I want to get it over with. Having the extra health and stuff is helpful because you don't need it, but it makes the stage less painful. This is what we're probably going to do. Also, the music in this stage is really good. I love the music in this stage. And the area is not a well-designed area, but you know what? It's pretty, it's pretty inoffensive. It's just a straight shot kind of thing. Kind of like Tornado Tunyon stage. The guy in here. And this is an area where you can't control the camera. You just have to, you're at the mercy of where the camera wanted to put you, or put itself. Oh, so good. I didn't aim it quite the right spot. You can get all 8 of them at one go. Yep. I've seen people get stuck on like at this part with the door because they don't realize that they have to stay still in order for the door to open. It's only for a second, but it's enough for people to go, what the heck, how do I do this? And they were like trying to open the door with a button. Okay, so this area is a very good example of the strangeness of the level design in this game. So we see here an open area. There's actually a right armor over here. I'm gonna run around and collect some of the Reploids that are hanging out in a few areas. So, give him. I think there's 4 in there in this area. 5. There's Owl. Weep. Yeah, 5. All right, so let me explain why it's so weird. I mean, you probably have figured it out by now. You're smart, chat. So you start here and you're like, okay, the game is clearly telling you you're meant to jumping out.
Can you hear me, Axel?
I want to use the right armor just to collect the dudes. You're meant to like go over here and down this path, but you can just jump around this guy, and then you go over here and fight these 2 dudes, right? But you can just skip them. And look, oh no, there's a turret here, like blocking your path. But you could just not only hover around them, but you can also just like, there's a gap right here. You can just, like, what is this? What? Like, believe me, I'm all for finding another like a secret like glitch or something, or some kind of, I don't know, usage of your tools to get you around obstacles. But like, this is not just this is just go around. It's just, I don't know. And then this door here leads nowhere and has nothing in it. It never does. It's just a dead end. I don't get that. So I love referencing this area, this room in particular, because this is an example of kind of what people say about the level design in this game being so questionable. Tag from behind. Yep. I think you might have to kill this guy to open it to well, maybe not. Let's see. Yes. You have to kill that guy. But it's an interesting discussion to have about level design, game design, and how easy it could be to mess up a 3D section versus a 2D section, because a lot of these enemies like kind of work in 2D, but they don't in 3D. And the fusion, like the hybrid of 2D and 3D, caused the caused a lot of confusion, I think, on the dev team. Oh. So this is it again. Rate of fire on Circle Blaze is very low. Like, once you trigger the effect, the actual Circle Blaze effects, expanding and lingering, it's a very slow rate of fire. You can only have 1 on screen at a time, but it usually doesn't matter. You guys even jump? I don't think you can. A lot of the three sections, a lot of the 3D sections just come down to keep moving. Which, I mean, I guess that's better than the alternative where things just crack you super hard. Destroy those guys to get through this door. And down. Okay, but yeah, this is probably weird for people who are watching the VOD on YouTube, because I'll have months of time between Yeah, run up here, get this heart tank. And get the E-tank over here as well. There'll be 1 month of time between playthroughs. Like Mega Man X 1 through 6 was done. It was done in like a week's time, or maybe 2. And then like 4 months later, here's this episode. Then back to X8 with back in time. Yeah, again, just stay in the middle. Don't worry about those turtle dudes. And you just kind of run around. This is meant to be a like practice for the boss fight, which is a good idea, I guess. Look at that. This works so well against these guys. And it also has a shot erasing quality, which only helps its impressiveness as a weapon. Again, the hardest weapon in the run was definitely Rising Fire. I can say that after having played through X8. This is a bit of a future telling thing. Because like if you're watching this in order, you haven't watched me play through X8 yet. I can tell you that Flame Burner was not a hard weapon to use. Melt Creeper, which is the weapon that X gets, is a lot harder to use. You have to it's a grounded weapon, so that means that it falls on the ground, which makes it basically useless for aerial targets. And then not only that, but it's also you have to be grounded as well. So if you can't use it in the air and then have it fall down, like a charged fire wave or something. But yeah, so that's pretty bad. But Flame Burner, Axel's weapon, is great. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. The damage is really good. All that. The Rising Fire from X4 was the hardest. Its charge shot and its standard attack were both like the same thing as well.
I'm not the kid you used to know. But you're acting like a kid right now. Don't call me
Got a recommendation from Psycho for Ashen.
If you keep
Yeah, I can go through do a playthrough of Ashen. I watched someone play it, I think, but I don't think I played it myself. So again, this is here is just stay mobile. You're good. Just get used to using the camera here. Yeah, I can do it. Ways does have a bit of a short range. That would be that's kind of a problem with a faster target like this. Also, again, the linger just helps with that. The sound he makes when he gets hit doesn't sound like the same voice actor. It's really strange. Oh, do that more. That's good. Yeah, I think this is one of the more annoying fights for the Mavericks, just because of how much darting around this guy does. But he's not like he's not hard. You just keep moving. Circle Blaze makes sure to work with that. Also gonna save Snipe Eater for close to the end, only because it's hard to not take damage from him. Say he has a phase 2 that makes it pretty hard to B rank. Gonna stay like that probably. Not going to stay like that. I do that. Yeah, so this is the third stage to do. Another good one, maybe a second stage, but it's just really easy to collect the upgrade parts and give dudes. I missed one. Oh well. Maybe if you collect all of the energy ups and all the if at the end of a stage you have 3 life ups and 3 energy ups, and then 2 upgrades, you've gotten everything that really matters. And for this run, the energy ups don't even matter because we're using infinite ammo. As a default, no. Go to stage select? No. Right. And then from there, those are kind of the 3 that are the easiest to do. Saving these 2 for last. Yeah, Battleship. I don't really have much to think about anyway when it comes to this. Again, Battleship is another stage that is not that well made, but is enjoyable well enough. Like it's X7 to me is not a good game, but it's enjoyable enough. Look at all this stuff right here. You just bye. It's so funny. These turtle guys are not designed. I mean, everyone just is so stationary. They don't really come at you. Maybe that's what it is. They needed more enemies that actually will come at you and attack you. Here's the mini boss. One mini boss here. The trick to him is you just stay close to him, like so. Because again, he's trying to shoot you, but if you're close to him, he can't shoot you. Circle Blazer wrecks him. Oh man.
Ready?
I mean, I think that it is possible to do Megaman X in 3D, but you need to design for it. And what didn't help was the fact that it was 2D and 3D. So even if you did have dev, even if this game did have dev time dedicated to it, or more dev time dedicated to it, it wouldn't have been worked out that well because you still need to design areas and enemies with both 2D and 3D in mind, which means like having to make 2 separate AI scripts and all that. What damage I wanted to take there, that's okay. Yeah, I could play the game with no infinite ammo on, but then half the run would just be me grinding for more ammo or energy. So it's just a time saver. Yeah, as you could guess, you can't move the camera in this section. So they just decided to put things behind boxes. Where is he shooting? Where's that going? Why is this guy designed like this? That's great. So this is a little better, where you're kind of like stuck around, like right here. You could just like dash through him, I guess, but that's a better scenario than what we've been seeing so far. Again, here is where we're right here. It's trying to shoot you, and then you just either dash jump away from this, or you just roll, whatever. I say as I get hit. The iframe for Axel is actually quite generous on the roll. Look at that, you can one round each turret. But it's a fun stage. It's not difficult. It's fun. I make a distinction between those things. It's for me not necessarily everything has to be super hard for it to be fun for me. This is the guy who plays has played like 1,000 hours of Dark Souls. Lost you there, guy. I'll save you, Frank. Right? And again, Axel, he was great for this fight.
Prepare to feel pain.
Because he has hover. I'm sorry, Zero. It's weird because Zero. They put Zero in the game probably because they just feel that they had to, but very few encounters are designed for Zero in mind. So if you're a fan playing Zero, you might find this game pretty frustrating. Lots of hovering here. 2, 3. Oh, what's this loop I'm got him in? Okay, there you go. Yeah, just like hover over him a lot. Yeah, he'll usually try to dash at you. Like you can just jump over that, like that charge attack he's got there. Oh. It's always 3 volleys of the water laser or the splash laser. I'm trying to get the hits in while he's doing that because you can still get them sometimes. Where the linger on circle blaze makes it so you can sneak in and hit. Like that right there. Taking a lot of hits.
Over here. Not a scratch. Later.
Fine.
Over here.
I didn't really find a need to go on the other platforms. I'm not sure why you'd why you need to go onto those other platforms. You just hang out on the first one. Yeah, despite me being known on Pixel Hearts and stuff as Dark Souls guy, I'm not necessarily into super hard games. Thank you. It doesn't. Your clear time doesn't matter. Why is this even a thing? Degrade me, yeah. Put me back down into the... Oh, hey. Means there's a high chance that I'm gonna go back down again. I have to wait for that slow fade again. Ba, 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 ba. Everybody. There's so many things in the game that you know that are in the game because of lack of time to program. Having I say this every time is clearly anyone who would play the game would know that that's a problem. Probably what happened was when you QA, there's a hierarchy of bugs that you have to address. I forget what the ranking system, like the names are for the ranks, but there's a ranking system of like game-breaking bugs that must be fixed, and then there's you know, going from down the list. There's ones that are like kind of annoying, should probably be fixed, but are not really a problem with the game's function. It doesn't crash the game or anything. So just leave it. If it's low priority and there's not enough dev time, then it just goes through. So that's kind of what happened there, I think. So notice how we're halfway through the Mavericks, and we still can't play as X. And the great thing is, when you get X, he's not even upgraded to where Axel is, or whoever you've been using.
Ready?
So like using him is pointless. Which sucks, because I mean, I don't want it to be pointless.
Can you hear me, Axel?
I forgot you could duck in this game. Oh, sorry, Alex. Ah. Let's see. Get away with that. These guys have a lot of health, or at least defenses. There's a weapon that you can use to make them die really fast. I forget which one it is. Maybe Splash Laser. But if you're going here the first time, or going here with that weapon, you're gonna find those guys really annoying. I like the idea of certain enemies being weak to certain things, of course, but how effective it is here, I think is questionable. Isn't there something up here? No? Ah, I knew it.
Can you hear me, Axel?
Ouch. Hit him. Yes. Somewhere, right? Yeah, the weapon capsule is there. Don't really need that though. I think you need 0 for that. Whatever. I mean, I have 0 with me, so. Oh, not quite. Right? That's a weapon capsule? No, that's the extra tank. Right.
Here goes
Yo. Again, another stage that's inoffensive to me. There are some actually like offensive stages to me in X6. Stages that just suck to replay. They were very little fun. Spikes everywhere. A little bit of RNG in X6 levels. Like, X6 levels were badly designed and a pain to get through, whereas here, they're badly designed and just kind of whatever.
Do such a thing.
You know? Which I think is better than a stage being obnoxious. Of course, the exception in this game would be Central Circuit and Ride Borsky's stage, because that stage is awful. But honestly, in my opinion, every Ride Chaser level is bad. I just don't like the Ride Chaser sequences at all. You know, because it's not why I play Megaman, you know? I don't play Megaman to do like a vehicle section. I like the platforming and stuff, and using my weapons, right? That I acquired from bosses, and so to be stuck with the Ride Chaser armor, kind of lame, you know? Box on this fire is a little questionable sometimes, so. But as we learned from Dark Souls, right? Whenever there's a questionable hitbox, you just overcompensate just to make sure you. Oh. For some reason, my dash didn't come out there. I wonder why. So there is an angle where you can do that. Ah, come on. Yeah, he's just wide open. Like you can get 3 circle blazes off on that attack. It's crazy. There's an angle here where you can hit him with this. Yeah, you're dead. Good job. Oh. Gant. Now the Geomancer run might be tough for this game because Gaia Shield's not a great weapon. It has obviously no range. And I don't see it as being as very good shield, even though it's kind of what it's supposed to do. Still A rank. Surprised. Other upgrade. Oh. Missed him. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Our recovery items, and then the next two are double and then triple the iframes you have after taking a hit. And the last one is revolt does damage, I think. Right, that was the cutscene. Now he can play as X. After beating 5 stages. Like, I'll take X just because I prefer him over Zero, but I'm never gonna use him. Because not only the thing is, his weapon is not even unique to him. Axel gets his weapons. He gets Circle Blaze, he gets Flash Laser and all that. But Axel gets unique weapons as well. So he gets the dual guns and the grenade launcher and the ray gun. X does get the his charge attack, his charge special weapons ability, but it's still his charge weapons are not that very good.
Can you hear me, Axel?
So here's another stage where I've seen people have a really hard time, and I can see why you might have a hard time with this stage, but the section. But I just don't really see. I never have. Because it's all about the dash jump again. If you're dash jumping, you're good. You'll have enough momentum to carry you to other platforms. Go to the green one first. And then after that, you just use your shadow to determine where actually you are in space. If you're really lost, you know. You can see this being a real pain if you're not dash jumping stuff. That was a suicide run. Usually I do a suicide run for that Reploid and also that heart tank. It's very hard to save yourself once you get the heart tank, because the planes are already tilting, and there's some strange momentum on that section. A little bit like when you fight Flame Hineyard. When you're on the Mechanaloid and it's moving around, you kind of get pushed around in different places. Yeah, when I was a kid and a teenager, I was a huge fan of the X series. Probably more so than any of the other Mega Man games. And even though I recognized that X7 wasn't great, even back then, I still played it so much. I played through this game a dozen times. That's it. I don't know, it just doesn't seem that hard to me. I've seen people really struggle. And that's really the hard part of the stage, I would say. Has the potential for the most deaths. And yeah, I was just thinking about how that may have sounded. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm not that good of a video game player. When you do anything for a long period of time, you're gonna be good at it, right? Or good at it. You're gonna have some level of aptitude with it. Yeah, you just go over here. So many enemies rely on shooting you, which is normally how it works in Mega Man, but being able to manipulate 3D space means get up close to them, can't do much. Well, it's obviously it's why, you know, archers are weakest when they're close to you, right? And this guy, try to keep moving. And because of the way the targeting system works, if you just kind of move around, eventually you'll go like you'll lock onto a guy and then you can shoot him. There's no lock-on system where you have to push a button to lock on. It all happens automatically, so it's like you just Gosh, Barry. This is where I think RPG systems would really help Mega Man and stuff, right? Is, you know, maybe there could be a level up system. Because it certainly would encourage you to fight things instead of just run past them all. To the left here is X's capsule for his body, and I like how it's just, first of all, it just pops into existence. Do that again. No. But it's just like sitting here. It's not actually hidden, which is weird. There's a guy being cornered by two guys over here. Yeah, like fighting these dudes is pointless. We can just get past them and just go over the door.
This isn't like you, cooped up in a place like this. I thought you'd fly straight at me, full force.
Win Crowrang is a fight where having the dodge roll is nice. That's what you want. You want them to keep exploding. Ah, he goes down, and you can try and, yeah. I did it a little too early, but yeah, you can iframe through that, and that's, there you go, easy. The tricky thing for Axel's iframe, though, is that you have to kind of dash first and then you can roll. Which means your timing has to be a little different than how you might be used to. Oh! Oh! Shoot him. flap his wings for a bit, and then just stunning him makes him come out of the background. Try to lure him to one side or the other. You know what? I don't really want him to be in the middle. Hard to react to things. And if you try and catch him like that. Oh, I got him in a pretty good loop here. Oh. Much better that time. Dun-dun. Yeah, I think the only fight that I don't really like in this game is probably Snipe Anteater. Probably. Only because he's an RNG fight. I don't like fights that have too much RNG. I mean, a little bit's okay. Or I don't know. I guess maybe if there's a way to like to limit the RNG, it's okay. But yeah, Snipe Anteater can just be like decide to just chill out on the other side of the tube you fight him on, and then it's really dumb because you can't hit him then. So they must have missed a guy back in the beginning sections. Huh? Yeah, as you can see, there's just nothing really to think about. Raids. May as well have just skipped all of this and just give me a normal level up, right? All right. 2 to go. Yeah, definitely save these two for last. So here's a stage that is really short and not much fun. Save the 2 more stages for last, I think. And actually playing through X8 again was interesting because it reminded me like there are actually a good amount of bad stages in X8, which is sad. Because what it is for me is, you know, I know going into a Mega Man game that there's only so many stages in the game. There's gonna be 8 stages, and then there's gonna be like 3, maybe 4, like. I can't use copy shots, so I can't get through the barriers here. This is ever gonna be a very low scoring Reploid saving level. A lot of them are trapped behind those passable walls that you need to use actual copy shot to get through. But I'm not gonna do that. That wouldn't be part of the run.
Can you hear me, Axel?
Can I get this heart tank? Also, the controls are reversed here, which can be a pain. There you go. Oh, good. Then down, the controls are reversed. Oh, he's dead. Thing here. Hey, why aren't you dying? Yeah, so the thing I don't like about this stage is just how much there's very little things to fight, really, and platforming is just really confusing, and that's on the fun side. What's on the fun side of Reno? Pretty sure you can get to that capsule just by normal means without having to worry about using copy shot. Man, copy shot was such a interesting idea that totally didn't work out. Because you might think, oh, that's super cool. I mean, I love being able to copy enemies' abilities and stuff like that, but Axel can do it. But it's always better to play as Axel. Really no advantage to being a Reploid, which is unfortunate. Why? Yeah, you can reach it. Maybe this isn't going to be a low-scoring Reploid run. All right, let's try this one already. There you go. Yeah, not only does Snipe Anteater have RNG in how when he's vulnerable because of the shape of the arena, but also the fact that his phase 2 attack is so many lasers going on. I've seen some no damage runs in this game. And the trick to doing Anteater is just to beat him really fast before you even get really gets a chance to do anything in phase 2.
So why do you think I'm here?
Know thine enemy, is it? You're a real
Holy cow, this is really
teaser.
blown out.
Now, I want you to fight like normal. I need to get good data.
Fine with me. I'm no good at holding back anyway.
Dun, dun. Which, generally, sticking to his sides can be good. I think just his left side though, because he always will turn around on this tube on one side. He'll never like pivot to one side or the other. So Like, see, I mean, like, you just hang out there and just. Okay, so now doing his phase 2 thing where he's starting to generate laser, like turrets, and they just shoot at you. And you know, I think he's the hardest boss in the game just because of that. I mean, I determine hardest boss by how hard it is to dodge attacks. So, and it's really hard to not get hit by his attacks. He needs to get over it. I can't hit him right now, right? So I have to just wait. What I'm talking about. Yeah, I think his lasers are gone now. Turrets. Oh no, I'm back. Terrible. The worst. Worst boss. But worse than the worst boss is the worst stage, which is coming up next, which is why I saved it for last. The damage I took. The damage I took was high. Whatever. Yeah, only 11. I got both the upgrades. Oh, I needed one more. So there's only so many upgrades in the game anyway, so you save. Oh, by the way, what you can't do, you might think to yourself, okay, well, I'll play the Axel for a while until I get to unlock X, and then I'll put all my upgrades into X. No, you have to use your chips now. So ability's already maxed out. This ability's already maxed out. I'm just choosing Axel there. Yeah, pick X, I guess. Right. So from this point on, red blades don't matter because we're maxed out Axel. Turn to the results screen. Back to the results screen. Load the results screen. Go back to the results screen. Stage select. Go back to the stage select. Yes, go back to the stage select. Which again is really good because having to be in the stage as least as possible is good. I just need like the E tank or the heart tank. Oh, time bomb has been set on the course. Yes, speed up, but don't speed up really, because if you do, you won't lose control of yourself. Yeah, I have both E tanks. Honestly, I don't even need. All I need is the heart tank in this area, at this level. You're meant to do this quickly, right? But you don't want to do that because then you'll miss your targets, right? The weapon capsule. The long rock. Also, another audio problem here. You attack so rapidly that the voice lines kind of overlap each other. Yeah, you're meant to go quickly here, but it doesn't help. It makes it harder to do. So you just better to be more careful. So you can't control the camera here. You might think. Like, look at that. That speed boost, like, does not help at all. Oh, I forgot. Oh, our tank was over there. Ah, shoot. Go around again. Oh yeah, nice. I missed that replay because he's despawned, and then I passed him as he was spawning in, so I didn't get him. Oi, oi, oi. All right. Oh, I missed the hard tank. It's fine. Whew. That's actually a really good way to do that stage. Not where I have to worry about the Reploids is a much better thing.
I'm here to defeat you.
All right. So now we're actually gonna fight the guy who's actually weak to Circle Blaze. All of the guys we fought so far have not been weak to Circle Blaze, which is amazing to me. Get ready to hear more voice lines. Do you like to hear people say "Holy moly"?
Calm down. Anyway, in a way, this is exactly how I'm repaid.
Your space is right there. Thank.
You
punk! You punk! You punk! You don't get a chance to do it. I don't know. So, strategy for this is hit him Circle Blaze over and over again until he dies. Occasionally, hover just in case he chooses not to go through. Occasionally, he'll just like not want to get stunned by the Circle Blaze, in which case you need to. Yep. I mean, that's about right for a Maverick that's weak. It's being hit by its weakness, so it's not really an X7 thing. That's just a Megaman X thing, which I'm okay with. I am okay with. I just think that, again, when you do sound design for a game, you gotta make sure that voice lines don't get repeated too often. It comes across as very stilted and odd. E. Rio. Do I want to go back and get that heart tank? Ugh. They could. Right. And again, actually, the Sigma stages aren't too bad for weapon damage game, so I'm kind of looking forward to the Sigma stages. Usually, by this point in like a build run in X, the run's basically over because all the bosses that you can fight with special weapons are done. Like every future X6 run is gonna be the same run after Mavericks are all dead. Oh yeah, let's get it. It won't take long, I don't think. And yep, even though you play the stage already, she has to tell you again how to use the Ride Chaser. Even though you just push buttons and figure it out. Let's go a little faster now, because some things have been saved already. Mavericks and some upgrades and things. Guys, we're actually here to get the stage beaten anyways. Let's just go. Yeah. Also, this thing controls like a old boat. Okay, it's right around this corner. It's behind this box. Oh no, it's yeah, right there. I'm pretty sure you can just leave the stage, right, and have it still. I'm just gonna assume that that's the case in this game. I don't want to do that stage again. So the reason, yeah, it's the reason why I don't like the stages, because there's just, what's the point, you know? Like, it's not Mega Man to me. I'm not playing Mega Man to do like the Ride Chaser sequence stuff. I'm playing for platforming and for, you know, jump and shoot man, you know? Matter. Well, let's save the game. Not sure if I saved just a moment ago, but I'll do it again. May have. Alright, so let's go and do Sigma stages. This is a great game. Honestly, it's not a good game, but it's a great game for if you're kind of new to figuring out the inner workings of games, because bosses have really easy patterns to figure out, and I don't know, like this next boss coming up, his cheese strat is so easy, and you know, if you're a person who likes to find cheese strats like I do, then this game can be fun. It's just like it's a catharsis. It's a catharsis cheese strat finding. And once again, if you're just running, the game feels really sluggish. But if you're dash jumping everywhere, it doesn't feel that way at all, I think. I'm not sure why they made the running speed so slow. Mega Man games are interesting animals, especially like the X series and the classic series, because they're not long games by any means. And it's funny how, you know, these games were at full price back in the day when they were physical copies. Now it's Mega Man games are just, I think, just cheaper, like at the start, because you can get through a Mega Man X game if you Maybe if you don't know what you're doing, you can still get through it in like a couple of hours. You monkey. You crumbs. So this is this devs team's attempt at the Sonic. Woo! What is it called? What's that stage called? I have no idea. I'm not a huge Sonic guy. Even though I do like platformers on occasion. Probably my second favorite genre. So I do like my fair share of them, but yeah, I've never been into Sonic. I think the speed for me, it just doesn't. So many times where I kind of wanted to take in a level, or I wanted to think about it, and the speed kind of just didn't really work for me. I can see the appeal though. Oh. My gosh. Holy cow. Circle Blaze wrecks this guy. Oh my goodness. He didn't even get like his full like pattern off. Circle Blaze tears through that guy. Okay, nice. I believe the next fight coming up is probably the most annoying fight in the game, though. Probably even more than Snipe Anteater, because it's so long, so much waiting in this fight, in the fight. But it should be red. Yep. Yep, fade in. Okay.
Ready?
Oh, that's right. Having the triple invincibility barrier just makes this thing. Because, yeah. You want to get hit by something that isn't that rock, because you'll get knocked prone if you hit it. Like, that was just some bats and some metars and then rocks. And I think that's the stage, right? Yeah, it is. What? I forgot about that. This fight
What took you so long?
is not that hard, it's just long, and
We've advanced thanks to the professor.
it restrains you from doing more damage.
Well, that explains it. And where is this professor now?
Like always, I have no idea. Probably closer.
Gotcha. I'll be on my guard.
I do have a clip from on the channel of
Well, I know you didn't
the
come
cheese
here
strat for
to
Final Sigma. You can easily do that fight without taking damage, which is great. Kind of what I was saying before about how this game is good for a beginner cheese guy, someone who likes cheese. Here's the problem with this fight is I can't actually hit him very easily with Circle Blaze, and when he gets hit, he actually counterattacks with an attack. So kind of don't want to do that. So mostly, this is an annoying fight because of how often they'll teleport and just be invulnerable to things. I mean, what you can do here is you can read his attacks and actually like dodge them appropriately, but you can also just dash jump and just go around like that. Also, the camera is moving on its own, which can be a pain, so like you need to readjust yourself. This phase isn't too bad, but it's in phase 2 where he stops lingering around to swing at you. He'll teleport and you see how much damage he's taking. You just chip away at him. He's got so much health. Yeah, he's immune. He's completely immune during all of this sequence right here. He's doing that attack, so if he does that, he's just wasting time. It's dumb. So, like, the only thing that changes in his phase 2 is just that he doesn't just stand here. He's less vulnerable to attack, which just makes the fight last longer. So this fight's actually really tiring on the hands, on the fingers and the thumb. And yeah, you can like dodge to a different platform, but why do that when you could just stay where you are and just dodge in a circle? Yeah, he's totally invulnerable there. Okay, now he's gonna like send a clone out. Send some clones out. Yep, can't do anything here. Just waiting for him. Send some clones out to where you are, and he'll kind of glow to tell you where he is. And then teleport away. It does it every time, which is super annoying. You only get one shot per teleportation. Even if you do get an extra shot there, it won't actually hit him. He has iframes. Yeah. Try to stay somewhere closer to the middle. Maximize the chances that you're going to be in the right spot. Yeah. So now this is the rest of this fight. It's just a slower version of the first phase, which is dumb. And then he still has this attack, which is just invulnerable while he's doing that. So now, one tricky thing though, it can be frustrating, is you can fall off these platforms and you will die. Couldn't lock on there for some reason. And of course, you want to be using lots of dash jumps. It helps to minimize the mistakes that can happen. I noticed that sometimes the dashing can be unreliable. The most reliable thing to do is to dash jump. Oh man, this is a bit of a lull right here because there's nothing to really talk about. You just saw everything that he does. Don't be way over there. Yeah, this is yeah, it's tiring on the thumb. Oh, we're at the same place. That's rare. And using only the standard shot. Instead of using Circle Blaze, I want to use Circle Blaze, but it does decent damage too to him. But the problem is it's too short range to actually be that effective. Well, there you are. And usually, you end up taking a hit when you end up trading. It's not really worth it. So just using the dual pistols is enough here. Why is he 5 frames during that attack? It's so silly. How much health he has. This is one of those fights that I'm pretty sure that they had not QA'd this very much. Because, I mean, who wants to do this for how much life he has left? Dun, 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 dun. Just one sliver at a time.
Over here.
Ah. Ah, drat. One more hit now. I'll use E-Tank. I think. Yeah, I got 2 full ones. Usually, you if you pick up the E-Tanks early enough in the run, you can just get 2 full ones without thinking about it.
Over here.
Yup. A certain distance away from him for it to lock on. So yeah, I always say and repeat to viewers, I do allow standard weapons, you know, basic attacks, as well as the weapon for the run. Case would be Circle Blaze and the twin pistols. I mean, there's I don't know if there's a faster way to do this. Like you can use shoot. You can use explosion, which is his weakness. But obviously we can't do that for this run. But also, it does carry the risk of getting hit by him, because it is a very close range weapon. Maybe probably even more so than the and Circle Blaze. Yeah, I'm getting some bad RNG. Definitely this phase 2, they did not know what to do with him. They were just like, why don't we just make it so he teleports around a lot more? And that'll be enough. This is the one fight that makes me not want to do repeat playthroughs of X7. Dang it. I'm getting greedy to get damage in. Oh, like Bam being over there is not good, ideal.
Over here.
Ah. Oh. Yeah, even when I'm this close to him, I still can't reach him. Yeah, he used the spawn on top of me, and then the space I was gonna move to, he also had the purple tornado, so it's like, well, the camera wouldn't shift. As long as I keep him busy doing this stuff, he won't summon his clones, and he just... This... It would go so much faster if he was vulnerable during that attack. Yeah, this fight's actually not that much different on a normal run, because end up trying kind of using the Axel's weapon. And the camera can't mess you up here as well. Ah, dang. I could try Circle Blaze, I guess. May as well at this point, because it's this early in the fight. Let's I don't know, let's try it. Maybe we can find a better strategy for him. It is doing a lot more damage. Hard to avoid getting hit. Turn into this. Alright, you know what? Maybe we can find something. Like, we can use Circle Blaze here. See? That's just... See?
Over here.
We can do that. We can... Oops. I keep getting nicked by something. The tricky thing here is it looks like it is hard to not get hit here. There's a very fine edge. I'm trying not to get hit, but he's taking up most of the platform. So if I do this, I'm gonna... And it's close enough range that I can't really like, shoot him from a further distance. Sorry, it's far enough range. I can't quite hit him with that Circle Blaze. Can't do this, can I? Maybe I just need to tank it. I don't know. Ideally, I would like to not tank it. We go. See, I'm getting nicked by it. Maybe move to his left. I think I'm getting nicked by it like when he retrieves the weapon. I go like left, like this. Does that work? What's hitting me there? Sometimes you'll dash twice. You'll push the control stick and it'll register you as dashing. And then it'll dash you off the ledge here. Let me retry without... Yeah. Default no, I don't know why. Alright, well, I think we're gonna die a few more times here because I'm trying something new that I never tried before. Turn. See, that works, but I need to turn around in order to hit him. I need to add an extra movement here. This. They require some pretty fine movements. What is that? What's that RNG? That's to the right, right? Yeah, gotta go left. Still a one shot there. I was trying to lock onto him, and it wouldn't. Could do that maybe on like certain platforms, but like all these little platforms that you don't have much room before you die. The kill box is pretty small, close to the ground. You could do this. Maybe do that. Just like a hit. I kind of don't want to beat him while using E-Tank, even though I could. I kind of want to fight him and like, get a certain level of no hits. I think that this is working better, somewhat. Okay, he'll throw his weapon and then I should attack. I don't know why I thought I could hit him there. Maybe you want to just run around him until he throws and then you attack. Yeah, I think that's the way. Hey, you know what? We may have found actually a better strat that isn't as bad as sucky as the normal strat for him. This is good. You just needed to perform well enough to not die, though. There's the teleport thing. Didn't go off the attack. I hit the button, but the input got eaten because I was just coming out of a jump.
Over here. Over here.
Dang, again, it happened again. For the attack and nothing came out. I was just landing.
Over here.
I don't want to. I want to get like shoot him and then jump away. Maybe getting close to him is the better strategy than shooting him from afar.
Over here.
Nice. So the linger again is helping immensely. You get a good amount of chunk of damage there. That was another accidental roll from hitting the control stick twice. Ah. Trying to dodge like in the air usually ends up in your death. Fortunate. Him turn that this way. Yeah, kill box is really right close to the ground.
Over here.
At least they didn't don't have to go through the whole best time loading screen and stuff.
Over here.
How do I avoid that damage there? Okay, I think you want to be behind him before you attack, because I think his hitbox is a little wider on the left and right sides. Definitely on the weapon side. You to just off to his left a little. Okay, I'm actually learning a lot about this fight right now. Works. Maybe you want to do that. But it only really works on like the sections that have are raised. We can do this. But no. That might be the way to do it. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, that was close. My hover didn't come out.
Over here.
See. And oh, I actually got him. That's very bad RNG. Yeah. Probably have like 2 hits left before I die. It's gonna be a sudden death right here. Oh no! Oh man! I forgot that. Is that how it works? Okay. So what happened was, oh man, game tester. Game testing is very important in your video game. What happened was I killed him, and the game was like, okay, the game battle's over. So now you're just gonna go to the next scene. So I stopped moving, and I just fell to my death. Amazing. Okay. Oh man, I did not know that was a bug in this game. That's great. Like we're like walking right along the edge of the platform. That's a good spot for him to be in. It's a real good spot for him to be in. Ah. It's usually one of those, either of those corners. It's so close to the kill box there. What are you doing? Why is he teleporting away every time? It's a little early for that, don't you think? Maybe like this? Can we hover? Is that maybe that's how we want to go at it? Instead of running around on the high platform, hover around him. Just gotta figure out how to avoid that like backswing that happens. Oh, now he's in the face too. Just attack him. You gotta like wait. You gotta wait for the full animation frame of you landing before you can attack. Oh wait, what happens if you kill him while you're like on the side on the wall? Do you just die? Was it just me? Or did I like drop the controller and like die like by accident? Was that totally my own fault? Not actually a glitch?
Over here.
Yeah, I think maybe that's the way you do it. Because if you hit him on the side, you'll have to take a moment to turn to you and then attack. In which time you can switch to you're hovering around him and then you dodge that attack.
Over here.
Ah. He just like touched me with his weapon and it hit me. It did damage to me. So it's a deceptively big hitbox from the looks of it. Yeah, yeah. I just tested it right there. I tried to hover. And I fell to the ground as soon as he was killed. So that last fight, oh man, that's so silly. I did not know about that glitch. That's great. That's dumb. All right. Well, you know what? That's actually I learned how to fight him a little better than the usual way that I fought him. What about you tanks are empty? Did I use both of them? I could have sworn I only used one. Well. Alright, I think this is basically Maverick refights.
Ready?
Yep. What is this platform? Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, there's a little area here, and then refights happen. Should have gone right, I think. That would have been better. You can go right or left, and then you end up in the same place. Yeah, I should have gone right. I think that's the easier path. Less annoying path, maybe? Oh boy! Wow, I couldn't even... I was like mashing the wall jump button.
Ready?
Oh, he turns! There we go! That's probably the most advanced thing in the game, where like a guy attacks and then he just, oh, you're over there now. Turn. Yeah. What I'm talking about.
Ready?
Back to 2D. Can I reach from there? No. That just touches you. Ow! Ow! Bat, stop! Uh-oh. Get out, up out of there. Nice.
Ready?
Yeah, refights in the Sigma. Let's go from right to left, I guess.
Warning! Warning!
First thing he does is always rush at you. This. Oh, he's so wide open for that attack. Just keep doing that. I wasn't quite close enough. Beautiful. Come on. Yeah, beautiful.
Just getting started.
Or nah, you're just ending.
Try and dodge this.
Ah, spamming it, trying to get the one hit there.
Try and dodge this.
Over here.
Good job.
Better than last time. Whoa! Backflip. Holy gnarly.
Warning! Warning!
Yeah.
Holy moly! Holy moly! Holy moly! Holy moly! Holy moly! Charge! Holy moly! Holy moly! Charge! Holy moly! Charge! Holy moly! Holy moly! Charge! Holy moly! Charge! Holy moly! Charge! Holy moly! Holy moly! Charge! Holy moly! Holy moly! Charge!
Yep.
Holy moly! Holy moly! Charge!
Look how much health he has too. Just so much health. Ah. It's like, I'm getting all fired up. Holy moly. Holy moly, I'm annoyed about this. Why would they do this? Why would they give him a voice line like that every time? Oh yeah, fully tanks. Wow. Ready? That. Much more fly.
Not a scratch. Later.
Later.
Over here. Later. Later.
Yep.
Over here.
He tries to joust you.
Later. Over here.
What you doing there, fella? Kind of running around.
Later.
What you doing there, Splash Warfly? Missile, please.
Not a scratch. Later.
So really does that. It's like usually when I fight him, he never does it. You want to stand in front of him so that you'll want to. He'll want to like charge you. That's what you want. You want him to jump over you, or you want him to dash so you'll jump over him. Dun dun dun. Dun dun. Do 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 do. All right. It's kind of nice to do a casual run like this, especially after doing, you know, the last run I did was the DS3 Dark Souls 3 Bard run, which proved to be challenging at some points. Kind of nice to just do a more casual run. Oh, hit right there. Yep. Get up. Ah, trying to get a hit there. Man, Circle Blades is so good. It like crushes so many enemies. They had to balance it by giving it a lower range, I guess, eh? Kangaroo. Duh, duh. Well. Keep circling the camera around. Yeah, I wonder how a third-person Mega Man game would go, right? So here, you know, obviously this game was old. It was made with a different camera scheme and all sorts of things, right? Very little QA. But I wonder how, like, a third-person Mega Man game would go. I think it could work. Triangle. Also, I love that line because he's supposed to say triangle kick, but he never finishes his sentence. The line just gets cut off every time. Triangle. Occasionally he'll manage to get the entire sentence out, but usually he just says triangle. That's good. When he does that, I mean, he's wide open for that. I just wanted to do one final joust right there at the end. Looking forward to the Sigma fight. Hope I can remember how to do him without taking a hit. Because the cheese for him is so delicious. I love the cheese for Sigma in this game. But yeah, you might think, oh, this is Flame Heineard. Surely he's immune to fire. He's not. I think he takes like 1 point of damage, but he's not immune, so. Yeah, okay. They stay killed. They're very kind. But either way, I'm probably not gonna use Circle Blades for him because he's usually too far away to do that much with. You have to think of a different strategy if you wanted to do close range strats with him. Like if you're using Zero, I don't know what you do when you use Zero. Be like this as he comes by. Go over here and shoot him. Oof. Oh, the timing is all off. There's an AoE there. It does like no damage to me. What the heck? This This is like no damage to me right now. Why is it doing like no damage? With triple invincibility frames, like I'm just gonna tank this. Like, why not? It gives me knockback, but if I get knocked back backward, it doesn't matter. I don't remember this being the case. Uh-oh! Okay, so yeah, you get pushed off because of the weird momentum of the mechanoid. All right, that's a new find for me. Stuff a little bit. That. Oh. There. 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 Nope. Done. Noticing my webcam blocking the HP bar. Fine. Right? A little late to notice that, but oh right, that's what it is, right? So what sometimes happens is with Axel is if you hold the button to jump too long, you'll start to hover, and then once you start hovering, like the frame you start to hover, you just start. Like, the second you start, you can no longer air dash. So what'll end up happening sometimes is you'll just want to go for a high jump, but you'll start to just hover. The first frame will start to hover, and then you try to air dash, and you'll just fall. And it'll feel like you're having your inputs eaten, but it's not really what's happening. Does this work? Yeah, this works too. Alright, so looks like there's a few ways to do this fight, eh? Again, the only reason I'm even dodging is because getting pulled into the lava. So noisy. Okay, that's one other way to do it if you need to do short range weapon fire. I think either way will work. Across the shoulders or up and down the neck. Just don't fight him in the middle of the back of that thing. It's not worth it. And I always start from right to left because on the left side is where Snipe Eater is. Here he is. Well, what is this RNG, man? Like, that was crazy right there. Come back. Army ants.
Go get him. Go get him.
That entire time I couldn't hit him. Silly. It's just silly. Like, I can't hit him, you know? He was shooting rockets at me, but he wasn't actually hitting me. It was just like going straight into the floor because I'm on the opposite side of him. I don't get you, Snipe Eater. What is your deal? How do you beat you? How do I beat you without taking so many hits? It's not ideal to be on the side of him, because he's just gonna turn and like suddenly dash toward me. Oh, I missed. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Da da ba da do. Who's left? Oh, Crow. Ah. Ah. I was too concerned about trying to get the hit there. Generous iframes there. I just started the roll there. Ow! Ow! Like this fight, just because there's a moment where you iframe an attack, I enjoy that very much. satisfying to see a guy try to charge it for an attack and just be like, nope. Bait just iframe through it. A little time dodge. All right. Sigma time.
All right, we know you're in there, so come on out, Professor.
Thanks for coming by, fellas.
There is kind of a cheese for Sigma Phase 1.
I guess this
Not nowhere near as good as Phase 2.
So, it was you never give up, do you? Even when we break you down to scraps, you always...
That's right, folks. I'll do
That's
it
right,
again
folks.
and again. I will make X and Zero mine. Now come and get me. Give me a good fight.
Like.
Warning!
You just duck or something? Like you just duck down here, or climb up here. Or you come down. Yeah, you come up here and you shoot down. Like you can't get hit if you're up here by that attack. Points down, but come on. Trying to target him. Not sure. I don't think that you can really do much there. It's just guarding. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Here it is. It's another spot right here. You can get him stuck there. That's good. Sometimes his AI will just break there. Doing this a lot more recklessly than usual. They can. I know you can hit him from this angle. I don't know why it's not working. Yeah, but he does that. That's good. That's good. He does that. If you just keep doing that, that would be good. Oops. Oops. Facing the wrong direction. There he goes. Can you also duck down here and still hit him there? Yep. Nice. That's pretty cheesy. Just teleport. Oh, what happened that time? Interesting cheese from Circle Blaze. Hitbox expands and it fills out. Like hits him. What happened? Why I got nicked by the laser that time? All right, here we go. Let's do cheese. This is how you beat Sigma. Stand right here. And we're gonna use dodge roll twice there. And we're not gonna worry about using Circle Blaze here. Just using the dual pistols. Just run back and forth. Mash the button. He goes far away. Hover. Okay. Green orbs. They're gonna appear. Oh. There you go. Run top of me. And they explode with a very small radius, so they just actually lay on top of the platform above me. Those fireballs don't actually hit me from where I am standing because of the way the shape of the platforms. Right in this corner. Is Circle Blaze there? You want to hover there because you want to bait out his punch. And what you want to do is you want to bait out his AI to punch the platform on the left. And his AI thinks that you're trying to jump to the next platform, and he'll try to punch you off of it. But if you just hover in place, his AI still thinks you're trying to jump, so he'll just punch the platform, and you're good. Far away. I love this fight. It's so good. It's so satisfying to do this. Use Circle Blaze when he's up close. Yep. Oh, unfortunate. They usually disappear, but there's a chance that he might do that. If you really want to, you can dodge to the right as well.
Ready for the real thing.
That is also unfortunate. Usually he turns to you there. The problem there was that I couldn't jump because the green orbs were in the way. You could probably like dash to the right and still be okay there. Same thing here. These orbs don't hit you. And this is where like where it solidifies Axel for me as the best character in the game by far. Having a dodge roll is just incredible. Oof, dodge! I dodged it. And this the linger on it still got me. Yep, just stand here. And but the beautiful thing about that laser attack is, it's the timing of it is so made so that you just have to mash the roll button, mash the dash / roll button, and that's enough to just dodge all that. Just dodge to the left, dodge to the right. But it feels good. Is the thing. Like I'm just mashing right now. There you go. But the timing of the laser is in such a way that it feels like you're just narrowly escaping, like dodging it. So it's accidentally really cool. Maybe a slight delay between the two. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, the only attack that can really throw you off is when he does the green orbs followed by the punch. Usually he just does that. He's got a phase 2, but honestly, I don't think there's much change in phase 2. He has like a reaction to, oh no, I'm getting hurt, and you'd figure that would be like a phase shift, but nothing really changes. Sometimes you get good RNG like this. Oh man, beautiful. Again, 3 in a row was pretty lucky. You don't even have to like jump, like narrowly escape that. You just, if you just hover in the air, the box is smaller than you'd think. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, it's I don't know. This fight to me this is the best Sigma fight in the series, which is insane to say. I know. It's X7, but I love this fight. It's just the way it's so satisfying to like completely destroy him and just like know his moves so intimately and how to like counter it, everything. I don't know. Have like a surefire win is good. Just for extra flashes, I had to do the hit there. If you're dead. GG, not perfect. The clip I had on the channel is a perfect run of that, but that's just a matter of RNG. That's it. That's X7.
This way.
Yep. So there you go. X7 Pyromancy run complete once again. Thanks guys for joining me. Yep. Overall, enjoyable. It is an enjoyable game. I can't say the same for X6 after replaying it. All of these people, you know, they tried their best. But it just was not working out. This was not a game that was gonna be good, from, like kind of good from the start, just due to development troubles and all that. But overall, not my least favorite of the series. It used to be, but I replayed X6. I forgot how jank that. Is it jank? Jank? Yeah, I'd say it's jank because there actually were some glitches that were pretty bad in my run on YouTube. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get a raid going. Oh, well, I don't want it to pause, but yes, this is what I have this for. We got Robert doing stuff. We got Dad here doing RimWorld. He's doing the Hot Potato Challenge, or he's offline now. Rain World. Ray Pinsky's doing Star Wars. Let's go hang out with Robert. Let him know that I sent you guys. Thank you for joining me. And yeah, next time I got the request for Ashen. I might want to do Ashen then. I am getting ready to start doing some Bloodstain stuff when it comes out, so thought I might also do some of that. But if there's a suggestion for Ashen, maybe okay. But we'll see. All right, thank you, Cody, for the follow. Thank you for the lurks and the chats, guys. Appreciate it. And hopefully I'll be uploading this to the YouTube channel soon. All right, take care.